Esteemed members of the academic team, thank you for giving me this opportunity to share not just a presentation, but a mission I believe in with all my heart. The topic I'm presenting today is what we can afford to ignore. The hospitality sector is experiencing a shortage of labor. How would you attract and retain employees? But before we dive into the solutions, let's pause and ask ourselves, what is hospitality truly about? I believe hospitality is not merely a job. It's a space of human connection, meaning, and pride. Let me share a quick story from just last week. I walked into my favorite Thai restaurant after a long day. I was exhausted, but the owner greeted me with a smile and asked, "Are you sure?" That simple moment reminded me hospitality isn't just a grand gesture. It's about being seen. It's about creating a sense of belonging. And that magic, it doesn't come from buildings. It comes from people. But here's the hard truth. We are losing those people. These are not just staffing crisis. It's a crisis of identity and purpose. To address this urgent issue, here's a brief roadmap of my presentation. I began with the root causes of the labor shortage. Then I will propose three attraction strategies, and after that, I will explore retaining strategies. So let us start with the why. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the hospitality sector experienced an unprecedented shock. In the United States alone, 7.7 million jobs disappeared in just 1 month. Globally, over 60 million. And when the war reopened, many didn't return because they found stability as well, because they didn't feel safe, because they didn't feel value. And those who stayed, they faced long hours, low wage, and a lack of mobile ability. Why striking strategies? In 97% of US hotels reported that short stay in 2023, nearly half is caused severe. This isn't just a labor issue. It reflects a failure in organizational culture, career development, and worker well-being. To solve it, we need more than requirements. We need a new narrative, a narrative that positions hospitality as meaningful, purpose-aligned, and human-centered work. To bring, to bring that vision to life, we must rethink how we communicate the truth and the soul of the industry, especially to the new generation of workers seeking more than a paycheck. That's fine. The first strategy I propose is the 3 A's influencer storytelling strategy, a method to connect with Gen Z authentically, creatively, and meaningfully on digital platform. So let's begin with a simple question. Where do young people spend their time? The answer is obvious: online. According to a 2023 Morning Consult study, 72% of Gen Z follow online creators and nearly 50% say influencers shape their career decision. This tells us that traditional recruitment methods like job fair, HRS, and postal are no longer enough. We must meet Gen Z where they already are on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and most importantly, through the people they already trust. Because in today's world, influencers are not just entertainers. They are narrative leaders and shaping how young people view, identify, purpose, and success. And their platforms are their matter. Each one tells story in its own way. TikTok spark quick emotion and connection. Instagram show dream through visual, and YouTube share deeper journey and lessons. But across all of them, one principle is critical: authenticity. How do we apply this in hospitality? We invite influencers to step inside, to experience the real and helpful moment our staff create every day. This is what we use and call the 3 A's influencer storytelling. Attention, meet Gen Z where they already spend their time. Authenticity, share real, honesty stories of hospitality staff, not secret art. And aspiration, highlight height and combining behind our work. And we collaborate influencer who aligns our value, not just to promote, but to experience. They shadow our step, capture real moments, and share story generally connect. For example, a friend at agent called me a nervous guard duty at check-in. I share preparing this with love and attention in detail, and a housekeeper creating a surprise birthday gift for guests. These are not just thoughts, they are powerful human moments. The result? One, the authentic moment shared by influencer. They spark genuinely curiosity and empathy among followers, making young people say, this could be me. Because influencer storytelling is not a marketing, it's a restore pride and purpose of our profession. This is the 3 A's influencer storytelling, a strategy to truly connect with Gen Z and inspire them to see hospitality as more than a job, but also a career filled with creativity and care. So, the first step is reaching young people through devices they trust. The second is making sure they have pathway and support to turn that interest into their real career. This leads to my second strategy, education and industry partnership. To solve the labor crisis in hospitality, we must go beyond filling roles. We need to grow talent early, intentionally, and meaningfully. This means building long-term aligned partnership with industry and education, what scholars call talent development ecosystem. We can't wait for talent to arrive. We must be a bridge between aspiration and opportunity, between classroom and careers. Did collaboration requires school collaboration, vocational colleges and training centers, not just to teach technical skill, but to ignite a sense of purpose to the next generation. For example, in 2023, Deloitte Global Gen Z and Millennial Survey found nearly 49% of Gen Z now prioritize purpose over salary. This isn't a passive trend, it's a new transformation. Locally, we bring this to light through internship that offer real behind-set accent and guest speaker who bring work to life, and scholarship and lock potential, and alumni role model who show what possible. We trust people look like us. That's why student ambassador, young alumni, and peer storytellers are powerful magnets. They don't just promote career, they show what possible. Globally, the horizon is even wider. Imagine a student from Myanmar joining digital hospitality training from Switzerland, a Thailander joining cross-border exchange internship in Japan. They return not only with skill, but with confidence, adaptability, and global perspective. According to UNESCO and UNWTO, such intercultural exchanges are among the most effective way to be a resilient mobile forward. Because education is not based a capability, it's based connection, it's based belonging. When young people feel from the very first start, they don't just take a job, they build a future. The feeling of belonging shouldn't just happen by luck. We need to create from the very point of moment. That's why, with that vision in mind, after sharing my second strategy, I'm excited to introduce the final one. Digital recruitment using online tools to reach and inspire future employees. We built the bridge. Now, how do we invite people to crowd it? The answer is simple. Turn digital spaces into doorways to hospitality. Digital recruitment isn't a trend. It's essential part of today's hiring landscape. People search for jobs on their phones, explore companies on social media, and seek advice through messaging apps. Here was when we get live action, a career site that is full of easy to navigate, streamlined and welcoming. Social media full of real behind the scene movement, target outreach, reaching student, returning workers and career changers. An interactive webinar where candidates can ask questions, meet managers, and feel genuinely heard. This approach transforms hiring into a personal experience even before someone applies. And what does this matter? Because digital tools expand our reach, save time, reduce costs, and attract people who may never consider hospitality before. That's why. Did you know that 80% of Gen Z start their job search online? So let's ensure we don't just visible, but also inviting and engaging. As a future leader, I want to use this tool not just to hire, but also to inspire, empower that everyone from everywhere can see themselves in the industry and feel truly welcome. When we share our story online, we don't just posting a job. We invite people to join improvement, a purpose, and a future filled with pride. With the three interconnected strategies, storytelling, education, and digital recruitment, we don't just attract workers, we attract people with heart, vision, and hope. But attracting is only the start one. The head of the challenge is that how do we keep them? Retention is about more than a paycheck. It's about turning jobs into journeys and workplace into community. So let me introduce a unique idea I call the showmanship strategy. In hospitality, we often say guest comes first, but what if we view hospitality as a performance? Imagine that the guest is the audience and every hotel or restaurant workers are performer, not behind scene, but on stage. Every smile, every conversation, and every service is like a performance on a scene. And the people delivering that service, they are the star of they are the star of that scene. The showmanship strategy is about making employee feel not just too useful, but valued, seen, and celebrated. Here, Hong is what. First, we celebrate small daily wins like great cast, reviews, and a moment helpful teamwork. Second, we connect departments so that housekeeping, kitchen, and front end all one fit in one making toward the same mission. And most importantly, we less than feel proud of their own spotlight. We give them a chance to shine. Because when people feel the star, they show up with more energy, more pride, and more care. They don't just work in a job, they perform something meaningful. This strategy, this strategy builds a culture where employees respected and emotionally connected to work. And when they feel that way, they don't just try, they stay. This leads us to the next purpose, turning culture into action. Because emotion isn't alone, we need practical support too. So let me share three simple, powerful strategies that work hand in hand with the showmanship strategy. The first one is purpose-driven employer branding. Let me ask you a question. Why do people stay in work? Yes, good pay matters, but even more than that, they stay where they feel proud to belong. This strategy is all about creating that sense of pride. We do it through small, meaningful movements like simple way teams celebrate small wins together, group chats where everyone is hard and simple gestures say you are matter here. When people feel respected and connected, they don't just work for our brand, they become our brand. The next one is clear path for growth. Today, talent doesn't just ask, what do I do here? They want to know, who can I become here? This is especially true for millennials and Gen Z, for them growth and purpose go hand in hand. So We must offer clear, personalized growth that match with their life. From entry-level roles to leadership position, show them the future they can grow into a with hard work, live into a real progress. Mentorship and coaching to guide their journey because growth is easier when someone is walking beside you, offering support and advice. And a scalable and flexible learning that fit their life. Let them learn new skills on their own pace in a way of their daily lifestyle. When people see future with art, they invest more in the present. But growth isn't just titles and promotion. It's about being heard and valued at every start. When we give them a fight and when we listen them and when we treat them like a co-creator, they get up something private in return, loyalty. And finally, human-centered feasibility. Retention is today more than true, it's become trust. Feasibility is then benefit animal. It's become a basic need. People want time for family, rest, and mental well-being. So let's lead with empathy. Allow self-scheduling when possible, respect for time off, and training manager to live with empathy and careful. When people feel understand and respected, they give their part and they stay. To keep great talent, we must be a culture where they feel seen support not just a worker, but as a human being. And when price became personal and personal pride create loyalty, loyal people inspire others to join. This is how we break the cycle of turnover and build something lasting. So let's put it all together. The real shortage in hospitality is about not about our heavy enough stuff. It's about meaning, creating, and purpose. We can change this by telling real story, partnering with educators, recruiting online, and building workplaces people are proud of. These are more than challenges. It's our opportunity to bring back heart to hospitality because hospitality is more than a job. It's art, human connection, and purpose. I had felt this spark and I dream of sharing it to the world. This is not just field of my study, it's my calling. I'm here to live it, and inspire others to love it too. This approach shows my passion and academic goal. With this scholarship, I want to explore how education and industry partnership can help talent grow. I want to study how storytelling, cross-cultural learning, and digital tools can create full and lasting career. My goal is to connect theory with practice and build embody career that everyone feels truly welcome. Because when we tell the right story, build culture with genuinely care, we don't fit liver shortage. We build a future where people are proud to belong, a future where hospitality has its soul again. The future is written yet, but we hold the pen and let's write it with compassion, purpose, and pride. Thank you for your time and attention. It's truly an honor to show my passion and ideas to share with you today. I hope this presentation inspire you to think about how we can reimagine the future of hospitality together. Thank you very much.